Hi everybody, welcome back to the Goodell life. I know it's been a little bit, been a hot minute. I'm a hot mess, what's new? But it's been absolute chaos trying to sell our place. A lot more work than I thought it would be. A lot more work trying to do that with wedding planning, with doing my coursework, with working a full-time job. Joe's hours just changed, so everything in my life is changing right now, which is amazing. I love forward change, positive change, but any sort of change is going to be stressful. Any sort of change in your life is going to make you feel a little bit overwhelmed at times. So even if it's something positive and that you wanted, you need to take a little bit of a minute sometimes, I think. But that's my own philosophy. So today I'm doing a home tour of our staged home. I hope that you like it. I've heard really great things back from all of our showings. They say it shows beautifully, which I'm very thankful of, very proud of, because I put a lot of work into our home, and I love our tiny home. Even though we're selling it, it is still always going to have a very soft, sensitive spot in my heart. So I hope that you also love it. You see some things that you might want to incorporate into your space, whether it's smaller, bigger, same size, whatever it is. And before we do though, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're following along. If you're creeping silently, send me a comment. I'm very friendly, even though I have a very dry voice. I promise it's just sounds worse than it actually is. So leave a comment below, say hello to me, and let's check out my super tiny apartment. So I thought the easiest way to start this tour was to start just as somebody would come in and things that we did. So we took off a lot of the keys that we had hanging there. We had a whole ton. We keep these closet doors closed, and we empty out all the shoes there so that it looks nice and open and welcoming. So if someone goes to open these closet doors, they'll see that there's lots more room for their coats and sweaters, that lots of shoes fit. And then on this side too, we have extras of toilet paper and shampoo, hats, cleaning supplies, light bulbs, more cleaning supplies, and a ladder. So lots of what you want to own can actually fit in such a small space. And that's what we wanted to showcase with this entryway. We also put a list of our local favorites of some of our downtown things that we go do, walks, eats, different things. And this is the view when you come right in. So normally my purse obviously wouldn't be there. So we try to keep it nice and open, not a lot of clutter on things, and all the lights on. And then when you come to the bathroom, we take all of our stuff off of these hooks so that it's nice and open for people to see. Normally my glasses wouldn't be there, but even if they are, it's not the end of the world. There's me. And I'll put this hand towel, or face cloth I mean, in the wash and fold the hand towel nicer. Always make sure that the counters are pretty clear. It's fine to have a little bit of stuff on it, but overall I want it to show that you can have what you need to live in a small space without it feeling really overcrowded. And that little towel I'll put away too when we have a showing. So there we go. I clean the toilet before we leave in the morning, and we try to take down some of that towel bulk there on the back of the door. Inside the shower is clean as well. Well, I mean, as clean as it can be. We still live here. So, standard shower. We also try to keep this curtain open. I tried to press it, but it's pretty hard to do when it's up there, and hemmed the edges a little bit. Camera case. But I always make the bed, and I Febreze it so it smells nice and fresh. I hate going into people's houses and it's smelling like strangers. I put some of the extra cuttings of my flowers over in a little cup there and put that up there. For more of a detailed bedroom tour, I think I have a video somewhere else. That laundry I squished down, so don't worry about that. I finished the fascias on those and painted underneath, so all the small details are done, which is nice. So then over here, because I'm home all day, I do have some laundry in the dryer, but I do try to empty the dryer and the washer before showing. so that then when people come in, they can just open it up and you can actually see what it holds, which is nice. When it comes with appliances, you do want to check out the appliances of the homes. We keep our laundry stuff up top. Over to the fridge, I have my lunch bag, some extra stuff. So then we keep the front of the fridge and the freezer completely clear so that they can visualize their own stuff there. But on the side we do have some of our own stuff because we still live here, obviously. So there we go, some of our own stuff. I washed down the stove and the countertops, and we try to not have a rag out, and I'll clean the sink more, but if it was like this and somebody came in, it's not the end of the world. Over on this side, keep it nice and clean too. Try to really minimize it. We do have a lot of our medicines in there, but nothing we can really do about that part. And some of that. We did go through and tried to organize most of our kitchen stuff so that then when people are looking at the pots and pans and for storage, it's nice and organized. So you can fit a lot, but it's not like crammed. So lots of stuff fits in there, but it's, I don't know, I think pretty reasonable. I always try to stage the living room fairly similarly each time so that it matches the pictures, because I hate going into places and having it not look like the pictures online. It just annoys the living crap out of me. So blanket on the chair, some flowers, Norman hanging out, Google Mini hanging out. Then we have our tray with a little bit greenery to give it a pop so it looks purposeful. I have all my stuff here, our wine glasses, some of the liquor. We look like alcoholics, but I try to make it think more to people that we look like we entertain, because we actually don't drink a whole ton and that's why we have so many. Our sign, some more of our fancier liquor, some more plants, so it shows how much storage there really is if you needed to use it more. I didn't want any part really jammed packed full. Kept this ledge nice and clean too, and the pillows so it looks nice and welcoming. Because I'm home again, I have my cords out, but normally we tuck those away and have that diffuser going. I find it also important to leave some lights on when we're showing, so we always leave that lamp on. Have those blinds open so people can see the daylight, unless it's a mid-afternoon showing, because it gets really hot in here, so we turn those down actually. But nice and clean and open, so people can see that they would be able to live here without it being too overwhelming, I like to hope. Onto the patio, today I have the little fern plant opening the door because I don't have a door stop. And my pillows aren't the best because the windstorm knocked them all over the place. Actually thought we lost one. And I don't have my garden planted because, well, we're moving, so that would be a pain. For barbecue, I'll probably put that barbecue cover up. Our barbecue stuff. Empty bottles go in that one. That's tomatoes. And then the lights. So you can imagine yourself out here on a nice summer evening with a glass of wine, looking at the hills on a nice quiet street. I think it looks pretty ideal. So that's my home tour as it's staged. I think that this has given us a lot of good habits for when we finally go to sell and move. When I say finally go to sell, we are trying to sell. But when we go into a new home, have more space so that we are used to keeping it clean and tidy and minimal, which I love. My little anxiety heart. It's very content coming home with it looking like this every day, and having Joe keep up with it too. It just makes me feel very nice and happy. But I just want to share with you what our staged home looks like. So I guess you can see that it still matches the pictures. Now if you liked videos like this, I'm going to have some more of our selling and moving videos coming up. I'm going to do a little mini series, I guess, on selling our home and my experience so far, and tips I've learned so far, and things I've noticed in other people's homes. that I am glad I incorporated into mine, and that you might want to incorporate into yours. So if that's something you want to follow along with as well, hit that subscribe button somewhere, I think it's there, maybe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any notifications. Thanks for following along, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.